Good morning, my dear students. This is Ravindran, Assistant Professor, Department of Chemistry, Thandai Periyar Government Institute of Technology, Vellore. Today, we can discuss external hard water treatment. One of the method is demineralization or ion exchange process. Before discussion, we can discuss introduction of water. Water is the most important compound essential for the survival of all living organisms. About 3 part of water out of 4 part, the earth's surface is covered by water. Besides being a supporter of life, water play a unique role in industries. Water is used in the power generation industry for the production of the electric current through steam generation. It is also used as a coolant in nuclear power plants and chemical plants. Water is widely used in other fields such as production of steel, atomic energy, textile and irrigation of agricultural field, etc. The sources of water in the above uses mostly surface water. It is highly polluted in different human activities like different type of industries and building construction and self utilization. We can not use as such this type of water. It creates more problems in industry like scale formation or sludge formation or formation of boiler corrosion, some other problems. So the process of removing of all type of impurities from water and making it fit for domestic or industrial purposes is called water technology or water treatment. Generally, in industrial, they are maintaining some of the quality of using water. So that is called quality of industrial water. Boilers feed water should have zero hardness. In case the hardness is high, it produces scale and sludges in steam production. It must be free from dissolved gases like oxygen, carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide or some other acidic gases. It leads to boiler corrosion. It should be free from dissolved salts and alkalinity. In case the alkalinity or dissolved salts present in hard water, it produces gastric embrittlement which causes brittlement of boiler parts. Should be free from oil and turbidity. In case the water it is having oil and turbidity, it produces foaming and foaming. Should be free from suspended impurities. It produces wet steam. It should be free from dissolved salts. In case the hot water contains more salts, it produces foaming, and caustic embrittlement. These are some of the quality of water using in industrial area, and they are facing different type of problems in case they are using hot water. The method of removing hardness producing salts from water are known as water softening or conditioning. Water softening can be done by the following two methods. One is internal treatment, another is external treatment. Internal treatment. This method involves the removal of scale forming substances and corrosive chemicals in water which were not completely removed in the external treatment by adding suitable chemicals directly inside the boiler. External treatment. External conditioning method involves the removal of hardness causing salts from the water before feeding into the boiler. External treatment can be done by some of the methods like demineralization or ion exchange process, zeolite or permuted process, lime soda process. Demineralization or ion exchange process. This process removes both cations and anions present in the water. The soft water produced by lime soda and zeolite process does not contain hardness causing ions like calcium 2 plus and magnesium 2 plus, but it may contain other ions like sodium, potassium, sulfate, chloride ions, etc. On the other hand, demineralized water like DM water does not contain both cations and anions. Thus, a soft water is not a demineralized water, whereas the demineralized water is soft water. This process involves the use of ion exchange resins for softening water. Ion exchange resins are insoluble, cross-linked and long-chain organic polymers with microporous structure. The functional groups attached to the chains are responsible for the ion exchanging properties. Types of ion exchange resin. There are two types, cation exchange resin and anion exchange resin. Cation exchange resin is capable of exchanging the cations from hot water are called cation exchange resin. It contains acidic functional groups like carboxylic like COH, SO3H, or highly replaceable or easily replaceable H plus ion, which can replace their H plus ions with the cation of odd water. It can be represented RH plus or RH2. Examples of cation exchange resin are sulfonated coals, sulfonated polystyrene, phenol formaldehyde resin, commercial cation exchanges such as Ambritel and Dovax 50. Anion exchange resins. Resins capable of exchanging the anions from hot water are called anion exchange resin. It contains basic functional groups like NH2, NR3 or OH minus, which can replace their OH minus ions with anionic hot water. It can represented as ROH minus or ROH twice. Examples: methyl ammonium hydroxystyrene, cross-linked quaternary ammonium salts, urea formaldehyde resin, commercial anion exchanges such as Ambritel 400 and Dovax 3. Demineralization or ion exchange process is shown simple instrument. It is having two cylindrical part. In left hand side is the cation exchange resin binded cylinder. Right side is anion exchange resin containing cylinder. First, the raw water is passed through a cation exchange resin containing cylinder. In this cylinder, the resin is absorb all type of cations like a calcium 2 plus, sodium plus, potassium plus, magnesium 2 plus, etc. It is binded in the resin surface. Only it is passed anionic ions in a water. The anionic containing water is passed through anion exchange resin bed. The anions is absorbed or binded in the anionic resin surface area. The outlet water is only H2O like a demineralized water or deionized water. Demineralization process, the hot water is passed, already told that first through cation exchange column like RH plus, all the cations such as calcium 2 plus, magnesium, all are binded in the cation exchange resin. That is, it removes all the cations from hot water and equivalent amount of H plus ions are released from this column to water. The simple reaction is shown here. The water leaving the cation exchange column is now passed through anion exchange column. All the anions like Cl minus or SO4 2 minus, bicarbonate, carbonate, all are binded in this area. Present in the water are exchanged with the OH minus ions, so that all the anions are removed from water. I shown here some of the chemical reaction. So the finally H plus ions and OH minus ions released from anionic and cationic exchange columns combine, it produces water only. The water coming out of the anion exchange column is completely free from hardness causing cations and anions. This is free water is known as demineralized or organized water. Regeneration, it is very simple. We can regenerate a cation exchange resin and anion exchange resin. When all the H plus ions and OH minus ions of the ion exchange column are exhausted, the ion exchange resin have to be regenerated. The exhausted cation exchange column is regenerated by passing dilute HCl or dilute sulfuric acid through the column. The washing containing calcium 2 plus, magnesium 2 plus ions is passed to the zinc. Similarly, the anion exchange column is regenerated by passing dilute sodium hydroxide through the column. Then washing containing SO4 2 minus, Cl minus, etc. is passed through the water or zinc. The regenerated ion exchange resins are then used again and again. Advantages of ion exchange process. This method produces soft water of very low residual hardness. Highly acidic and alkaline water can be treated by this process. Regeneration of ion exchange resin is possible. Maintenance cost is low. No sludge disposal problem arises. These are some of the advantages of ion exchange process or method. Some of the disadvantages also, it is having cost of equipment is high, highly turbid waters cannot be treated, turbidity should be less than 10 ppm, expensive chemicals are required, water containing turbidity Fe and Mn cannot be treated because turbidity reduces the output as it blocks the pores, and Fe and Mn form stable compound with the resin which cannot be regenerated. Outcomes: students gain the knowledge. Today class, some of the topics like water treatment and the types, especially today learned demineralization process and how they are regenerating related to reaction, advantages and disadvantages of demineralization process. Students, I suggest some of the textbooks. Go through this textbook, get more information for demineralization related reactions or process. I taken some of the sources from Google Images and sources. Thank you.